Good morning, and thank you for joining us for our Tuesday's edition of Press Review right here on Luntha TV. It is yet another time where we take you through some of the stories that are appearing in our newspapers. And today with me, Tandy Wimzumara, and of course I'm not alone, I'm here with my colleague,
Robert Edward.
Good morning, Robert, how are you?
I'm good. And how are you?
I'm good.
You look good indeed. And it's a great morning. It's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday.
We are in the week. Yeah. Nomination week.
Yes.
Nominations week.
Nomination presentation.
The pangolins, the stuff.
Week. Yeah.
So all the presidential candidates, if you thought you are very clever, that you hide your running mate from us,
It's going to be known from Thursday.
whether you like it or not, man,
I wonder whether I like it or not is wrong.
we will know about it. We
shall
will
know.
see the person,
We will find out.
and we will talk about it.
And we'll talk about it right here on Luntha TV. We are taking you through the Daily Times and the Nation as always. Please,
So
I'm
I'll
all
start.
about equity. Let's
Yes.
start with you.
All right. Fresh call to tame violence. Youth, women campaigners demand action from Chakwera. Area 25 residents relieved as police arrest thugs. Rough ride for farmers as fertilizer prices rise, and JB launches PP agenda. Of course, there is also a story about registrar confirming DPP complaint on State House handouts. So both of these stories are on page 2, except the JB one, which part of which says former President Joyce Banda yesterday launched a People's Party manifesto for the September 16th general election with a flurry of promises, including trimming allocations to state residences and senior public officers. Yeah, that's what the story is saying. And for the police story, police have arrested 3 people suspected of being behind a spate of attacks in Area 25 residential area in Lilongwe that left scores injured and others dead. Yeah.
No, but I think yesterday a lot of people in Lilongwe sang praises of the Malay Police Service.
Of course.
This is something that has been instilling fear in a lot of Malawians, especially those that reside in Area 25.
Yeah.
Tifanya nina kuti zinafika pa curfew.
Yeah, self-imposed curfew, you know. You wouldn't see.
It is rather sad.
I remember those days we used to go on Fridays to one of the clubs.
In Area
25? Yeah. M1, is it not M1, it's center, Area 25 Center Point, and then there is another club. Is it Gasolina? Yeah, I think.
Yes, Gasolina.
Club Gasolina, and it's when it's Friday, kwa Pansungwi Baja, you know, you will be vibing out. But recent times,
I know,
you wouldn't see that happening, and I think that also affected businesses.
Definitely.
Malika shops, Chani, because everybody was just living in fear. And I like the approach of the police to actually take the suspects and say, okay, be explaining to us.
How did you do it?
How were you doing it? So on and so forth. And so they also were wise enough to move with the convoy. There were about, I think, 5, it's not 6 vehicles of Malay police vehicles escorting the suspects. And so that was good because, you know, with the anger, I think people could have done the mob justice thing. And
I know, I saw a lot of comments to say,
Yes.
can you just give us
a minute with them?
Just want to ask questions.
So, you know, it was great. How I wish all the leads should be followed as soon as possible. All the culprits should be arrested, and Area 25 should go back to normal.
Oh, sure.
Because 25, one can, you know, we used to joke to say one can born and reach 18 years without going to town.
Okay.
It's okay.
When you're in Area 25.
When you're in Area 25, because everything is just there.
It's a self-contained area.
Yeah.
For sure. I've lived there for a number of years.
You have been in Area 25?
Have.
Wow.
Like maybe for over 10 years. I've lived in Area 25 for over 10 years.
Wow.
So,
okay.
and one thing that I had been thinking about to say,
Yes.
I don't know whether I should call it grace that I don't live there anymore in this moment.
Okay.
Because I am glad.
I
don't live there anymore in this moment.
Yeah, it's one of those places
scariest.
where when you go, you just feel like you're home.
I know.
Yeah, when you go, you know that you go back great.
But in a situation like this, it must have been really scary.
Exactly.
Front page of the Daily Times. There's the one that you've read on the Jaguar pledging support for women and youth. But I'll take another one. A headline here is "Parties Play Waiting Game," and the story is on the third page. Part of the story reads that major political parties in the country remain tight-lipped about whom they are entering into alliances with ahead of the nomination papers presentation this week. Speaking in separate interviews with the Daily Times yesterday, most of the parties said announcements would be made this week before presenting the papers to the Malawi Electoral Commission, make as an official declaration of their intent to contest the presidential election. And we are saying that it's less than 60 days now.
Yeah, it's less than
the polling day.
Yeah.
And this is and we had 20 presidential candidates.
You see, as I said about the running mates, this is the time that Karma teaches politicians that who is the boss between them and Malawians, who is smart between them and Malawians, because whatever they can try to hide it, it's still going to come out one day. Yeah, and I wonder if they will be claiming to say we are doing this alliance for Malawians. I don't think so. I don't know if they will have that moral authority to speak like that, because I think for a long time people have been calling for that, and they've been ignoring the alliance cause. It has nothing to do with somebody being tactical or clever in politics or being careful or whatever. It's all about advancing selfish political interest first. Now, when that works in terms of the agreement, now that they are going to come and say, okay, now for us to really catch this animal, we really need people, we need votes, so we need to tell Malawians. So by the end of the day, to me, it just exposes how selfish our politicians are. They are. It's all about greed. Yeah, it's all about greed. Zendega is and then they should come back to us. But when you come back to us, that's boom. You also cry on this very same television. Of course. I'd like to ask something. Yes. Okay. So some are saying they are going to actually make their intentions known before they present them. Yes. Does this mean, for example, for example, IUGM, in MCB, in Dubanga coalition. Yes. Masiku America presentation, but does that mean we're going to go together if we're doing an alliance? Yes. Okay. If you are going time yes. Ngati president and vice president. Exactly. So yes. Oh, okay. Okay. So when there is an alliance, most of the times it starts with the top. Who is going to be the torchbearer? So both of them are leaders, you remember? So they use the English torchbearer. Who's going to try to bear the torch, okay? And the other one who is going to be the running mate. So when you are going there to present your papers to make, you must go with a running mate. Yes, of course. Okay? So that running mate has to be there with you. So it cannot be me, for example, I am Professor Peter Mutariga and you are Gabambe, and then we have agreed to form an alliance, just for argument's sake. And I am going there, I've taken you as my running mate. And then there will be a day for you to present as well. And you take me as a running mate. No, it will not go like that. Okay. The moment we have gone, it means we are a team. I'll be the presidential candidate, you'll be the running mate. Or you'll be the presidential candidate, I'll be the running mate. Okay. That will be, it means I have forfeited my... So even if you because the schedule is out. Yes. For example, yes. I mean Dr. Joyce Banda. Yes. If it means Dr. Joyce Banda, the vice president, yes. That means yeah, she's not going to go. Actually, in the invitation letter, I have invitation letter from MEC given to one Adu Jirungo. Yes. He shared me, I think, for coverage sake. Maybe Luntha television should cover and make please for planning purposes do inform us if your decision to present the nomination papers has changed. Okay. So you muduze because from someone, and that someone is a running mate. He's not going to go. So I think it's indeed, it makes sense. Of course, to me, olakazolawauza after fapa ujeni pa make office ndi pa BICC ndipoenda ndi mapazi anyway. Okay, but I think they have emphasized it for planning purposes because you wouldn't see Andrew Mpesi and maybe Justice Ntalimanja they scheduled a meeting with you maybe at 11 o'clock. They also had another meeting. So it's better if you're not going, you tell them. So that maybe 11 globally, very same things. So that's what is happening. They tiajiwa ama pangoliniyo agwane now. You know, we know them and the alliances. You know, there are some alliances that are moving in people's heads.
Of course.
But Panova, we have been saying that people have been talking about it. Actually, today we are planning to even ask people, what are the pairs? Again, that will be again because we already did that, I think months ago. So, yeah,
of course. We definitely will, either before the presentation of the nomination papers or presentation. So,
yeah, I think that's it. Do you have another story before I go to the 7th page of the Nation newspaper?
No, you go ahead.
What is it? This organization is still alive? Action Aid?
Yeah.
Action Aid?
Yes.
Wow.
Very much so.
Okay. Well, Action Aid empowers 106 CBCCs with farm inputs. Action Aid Malawi, with support from Roger Federal Foundation, has given farm inputs to 186 community-based child care centers, CBCCs, in 4 districts to improve access to nutrition. Presenting the inputs in Traditional Authority Mbwararika area in Lilongwe, Action Aid Malawi Executive Director Yandura Chipeta said they have given support to CBCCs in Lilongwe, Baraka Mulanje, Palombe districts under the School Readiness Initiative. They are even doing great.
Of course. I mean, they are there. Okay, so one thing I think about Action Aid mostly, I think they work with other organizations.
Okay,
they come implementing partners. Okay,
Ajitumba.
Sometimes.
Okay, sometimes.
And sometimes it's like they're the silent partner who maybe funds Jitumba, like you said.
Okay.
And then sometimes you want to have color on the ground, like in this case.
Okay, but I think in terms
very much of it around.
No, but in terms of making public appearances,
not
I
so
think
much.
Now they have.
Not so much. Not on their own, anyways.
Okay.
For example,
okay.
And Action Aid, you understand?
Action Aid was like, I think when you think of, there are so many things that have changed in this country because of these guys.
Actually,
okay.
Yes.
There was UNEGO, remember, Action Aid about women empowerment and the issue of the girl child education, violence against women. You know, these guys, they were really there, honestly.
I mean, very much.
There was this time around, I think around 2016, 2017, when a certain friend of mine told me, I mean, we were passing by a head office, Action Aid. There is a, when I hear this organization, I have goosebumps because I just don't know what will be the next card they'll throw against me as a man. You know, there were those kind of stereotypes against Action Aid, but I think Bakatipa, I think it's either of the two.
It's none of the two.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
I think Action Aid inalinga torch bearer.
Okay.
And that's organizations
yes.
So Action Aid is still background. At the same time also they're giving the platform to others to do the same.
Yeah, but I think they're doing great. Look at what they have given to the CBCCs. Group demand transparency ahead of 16 September poll. National Anti-Corruption Alliance Board Chairperson Michael Kaiata has called on presidential candidates in the September 16 general elections to make anti-corruption commitments central to their election campaigns. He warned that Malawi is at a dangerous crossroads as corruption perception is on the rise. Speaking to journalists in Long on Thursday, Kayata called on all candidates to declare their assets by August 31, 2025, saying this will set the tone for honest and transparent leadership.
Do you see that happening?
Mm.
I said this one day, last week. I said this to, I think I was talking to Gift, to say, but it's a bit too late for organizations, kumandena kuti ma political leaders should come out and declare kuti ineyo ndama zanga or mafanzi anga private funding imachokera kwakuti. This is not the time that you should expect them to talk about it.
And you see, the way I look at it, I look at it from a different angle though. I wouldn't blame the Gayats and the others, okay? You know what I blame is lack of linkages within our laws and policies, all right? You know, right now, the law, we changed the laws about elections. Why didn't we also change or add in the act, Presidential and Parliamentary Law Government Act, kuti make asalandile nomination waiver from any politician who hasn't declared his assets? If we could have said that, you know, these politicians, they will humble themselves. We have seen politicians, panopa, running up and down in Macharichi, Maujin, Majan, my paper sand.
Yeah. Pledging money.
Kukangori kwa chitika maliro.
Oh yeah. Any small thing.
Anthu andale akuthamangira kukama akaphika konsima wena.
Any small thing.
Okay? So, if they are told kuti muzipereka nomination paper, one of the requirements, you know, as we did in Nkani Amara 2063, ndiye kuti mungati mufuna kuti chipani cha manifesto ana apangidwa approved iza zotero mwabasa ya Dr. Thomas Muntali ndazi zawo ayiunike kuti zita lining akuthandizeni. That is a must. You cannot take your registration of the party to the registrar of political parties without going to National Planning Commission. Okay, what we did there was brilliant. Apaso tekana panga jonjo. Ngati mukufuna kuti muzayimire mukhale kuti mwapanga declare ma assets anu. Okay? Koma, if you don't want, it's okay. Maybe you will not receive. And you know, you know, our laws, we are very clever. The crafters of the Constitution, we are very clever.
Head of make.
Azikara a judge, a high court judge. So you know those guys are very strict with laws. What does the law say? So if the law says mwena ubweleza umboni kuti what money? There is this people is this agency aboma imapanga za declaration of assets and what office of the director of declaration makutumakutu. Amene ajawa zikazora lipambali ku BICC ko. Akamala ndira na usazanga kuti iwe izina yako ndani. Ine ndine professor Peter Mutalika. Ndine Dr. Sijakwera muluzi ndani kabambe whosoever, even my MPs. Ndikumayangana mu system mwawo kuti udachitadi declare iwe. Ndizingati zimene. So if that person did not, ameke musalandire.
Yeah.
You know politicians can grow. Akoza kukwawa kumagudubuka ndikuonesesa kuti apanga declare before that, because they treat this so they treat this with all their heart. Tinangola we do not have those linkages in our laws, so that's what I blame Gwambire. Samabungwe were indeed sometimes you know these people, they speak because their mouth is open, you know that, because there are indeed a lot of things that when Amabungwe speak, you ask yourself, are you speaking because there was a camera in front of you, or you are indeed speaking this from deep down your heart? Because you look at time, you'll be like, I think it's
too late.
Or on that end in a politician, I will listen to what the Bungwe is saying, and I'll say, for now. So I think it didn't you can't blame them, because what they're saying is true, and they should just be adding Kanyama Mulo kuti tutateta kuonza zimezo zonje kuti
but that should have been also fixed.
Yes.
2-3 years ago.
Yes, 2-3 years ago. They probably maybe ajinagaya tsana mbagalegale komano it's been falling on the hard rocks. Yeah.
Yeah. Shall we go to the business?
Yeah, to the business, yes.
Time. I will take one on the business. The headline here is the Informal Sugar Trade Bothers Commission. Part of the story reads, the Competition and Fair Trading Commission, CFTC, has said it is facing challenges in enforcing fair trade practices in the sugar market due to the dominance of informal traders. CFTC Chief Executive Officer Vincent Lloyd Nkoma said the Commission has been conducting market investigations into the persistent scarcity of sugar, despite major sugar producer Illovo Sugar Malawi having started its production season over 2 months ago.
Ndiye kuboma ku Ministry of Trade. Ndiku CFTC. Ndiye inuyo mukutaniko. What are you doing? So what's your job? So your job is to do investigations and to tell us that the investigations have found that some people are doing dubious trading. You are displaying serious levels of incompetence, and you are displaying, or you are giving us a message as Malawians that you don't need to be there. You are there because you want, but people don't want you to be there.
Okay,
because I have been asking this question to Honorable Mumba, I think 2 times now, and he knows what I'm talking about if he's following this. I've been asking, if you say, you know, there are smugglers, want, is it the system failing or you are failing the system? Because it's either of the two. You cannot be blaming things when we say Boma. Okay, we mean intelligence. Okay, these people must have intelligence. Good. Look what you know. What happened in Abolis? We are just talking about Abolis. If you ask Kala, I will tell you, hey, Amen. It's because we received the tips. You know, our good working relationship with the community. Yeah. You as the CFTCs, you sit in your offices, ministry. You sit in your offices. You do whatever you do. You're calling investigations, and then by the end of the day, what you tell us? People are doing smuggling and dubious trading. So. What have you done? Not on that, because we have laws in this country. Okay? By now, the Bezitukma Vakuti. Akuti, Tagwira, Amabanga Zaguti. Sugayo, Tilantenga, Panova, Tampitisa, Alushokia Gutagut. Tapita Musuka Gura. You know what I'm talking about. Okay? Queen Agundugudi, we are seeing the legal process. By now, we could have heard something even. This guy is telling us, maybe they have written their own journal, maybe Maramonatu, Agurisogoneza, okay? Things like those. We are supposed to be hearing, Banova. But now if you just tell us, Nabanga Jaguti is going to come, it's like government is saying, look, the syndicates in the country are very sophisticated and too much for us. You know, we are too small as government to deal with. We don't know what to do. You get my point, okay? So if you have reached that, it means you have breached the contract between us as people, backed by Section 12 of the Constitution, and you as a person who is supposed to be the duty bearer. So Minister of Trade and CFTC on this Nkanya sugar, really honestly, I don't buy that. I can't buy that, because by the end of the day, when you do your investigation and you tell us, does that mean that we will find sugar easily? If the answer is no, then just keep your mouth shut. You come to us with solutions and not telling us, this what for? So, and for our Minister of Trade and CFTC, honestly, these people are failing us miserably.
They really are, because if you think about it, 2 months after production.
I mean, imagine that.
2 months.
And you know, a private company, Illovo, and Mary Mageza Saluma Sugars. These are companies, you know, and their public trust and public relations is very paramount to them, okay? And they will be telling you that, hey, we are producing, man, this is not our fault. And they are. And you cannot be taking that and tell us, hey, they are producing, Komano vote on the...
You know what basically they're saying? I love vote Alibe.
And who so you know we are the problem. Okay, so yes, we know you are the problem, and we know this. So stop telling us that you are the problem. Just start telling us how you are going to deal with it. How you are
sorting it out.
And expedite the process.
Of course.
We have another story here. Malawi, Tanzania yet to sign a simplified trade regime pact. 3 months after Malawi and Tanzania pledged to finalize a simplified trade regime agreement to enhance cross-border trade, the pact remains unsigned, raising concerns over long-term trade policy stability. It has emerged. The STR was meant to cement a fragile diplomatic trace following a brief but disruptive trade spat in early this year. In a brief interview yesterday, Minister of Trade and Industry spokesperson Patrick Botha said negotiations are still underway. We are awaiting conclusions and signing, just like we did with Mozambique. The Mumba guy is really trying. In these other aspects. But what sugar cup and them.
I was about to say my Sintaso Tower.
No,
but
I always speak the truth, you know.
I hear you.
He is trying. Yeah. No, he is trying. But it might be the system that is failing him, or him who is a failure, and he's blaming the system. It's either of the two, you know. Whatever is the truth, people will be able to judge based on what happened. Bible also manena uri muzawaziwa why are you laughing, guys? You think I don't read the Bible? I do.
Did I even say that?
Yeah, you laughed. I
smiled. Did anyone hear me laugh?
Okay.
I smiled.
Okay.
Yeah. Or did I smirk?
Right. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I smirked because I was like, Anyways, arts and culture.
Okay. Let's go arts and culture.
Arts and culture. Malawi sends more entries and focus on Ability Film Festival. That is the headline. And part of the story reads that Malawi has once again shown its thirst for filmmaking as it has sent more film entries ahead of this year's Focus on Ability Short Film Festival. Ara Malawi tikuone tachidi chathu popanga participate nkhani za mafilm is.
Yes.
Of course idinde kumala kunileti kuyesetsa like I think last year, this year, or the past 5 years to two producing movies and itatumiza about 19 films to the Focus on Ability.
Yes.
I think that's a film festival.
Yes.
We have sent 19 films.
Wow,
which
that's great.
Might be set to be nominated. They're supposed to be like awards and all sorts of things. And I think it's a really good thing. Yeah,
I mean, it speaks volumes to the leadership at what do you call it? The Famous Association of Malawi. Yeah, I think it speaks volumes. I think there are people there who are working. Sometimes working doesn't really mean that you should give people money.
Of course.
Working sometimes really means that you should be able to respond to concerns, being available for people. You know, you call the president should be able to pick up the phone and say, okay, what's the issue? And should be able to use her connections, in this case, as Cash Madam and
Dorothy Kingston.
Yes. And is it the vice president again? Is it Gilbert Moore?
Yes.
They should be able to provide, that space, that platform for someone to feel helped.
Yes.
Because sometimes, because I'm challenges. The solution is not with the leadership, but the leadership should just make a person feel heard. And from there, the adrenaline has been increased, is going back with some new energy, is going to push. By the end of the day, but you just give the person the energy to do that. So I think it's great. I've been saying about movies, putting all these politicians that we struggle about, that just make sure that their bellies protrudes with our monies, all that. It's just because we as a country we did not try that god of movies.
And I think one thing I like about this whole situation is that I think we are also more welcoming to new faces in the film industry.
Yes.
We used to always see, for example, the late who's the Hope Chisano.
Yes,
the late Hope Chisano,
Flora Suyas,
we Mwaisimbodas,
and
all sorts of things. But now I think there
are other people
that
coming
know how to act, and Vanova, we are really welcoming.
Yes, really. And the welcome to Maura Prison, school days, and how people really reacted.
I know.
Luntha and Zuzu. So
it's very commendable.
It's very commendable, and it's great. Yeah. Definitely. So we really need. It's only when we love our things,
of course,
when we love our movies, that we are going to develop the country. Because again, they will not invest outside the country. They'll be here as manga manyumba it will be all Malawians benefiting by the end of the day. Exactly. Wow, I couldn't have jumped this. I know I need to go to the back page for bullets pampered, and club president Bako rewards them with 15 million. Dare's team to repeat quadruple feat. That's it. Komano, US president get crashes Chelsea celebrations.
Yeah, that's Donald Trump for you.
And I'm a Chelsea fan.
Yeah,
of course. We are world number one. So we are being chased at this place.
Yes, we are being chased.
Okay.
Anyways, Malawi women's team in good start. The Malawi women's cricket national team opened its campaign for the International Cricket Council ICC Women's T20 World Cup Africa Division 2 qualifiers with a 38-run victory over Cameroon in Gaborone, Botswana on Sunday.
women are really doing great in terms of sports in
Oh,
this country.
definitely.
Honestly, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think this is the castle news also grow women won.
Nothing
Women won.
surprising.
Yeah, I think it's great. We should go. You've been with me, Robert Edwan, and my colleague
Tandy Wemzumara, just a reminder to continue following the rest of our programs right here on Luntha TV. Also, that we are on social media.
Yes.
By Facebook, Mudibeza Luntha Television. By YouTube, Luntha TV Official.
Yes.
Go and like and follow our pages. And of course, from all of us here at Luntha TV, and of course, also special thanks to Mr. Kachala.
Yes, Mr.
I usually
Kachala.
confuse the names.
Yes.
Mr. Kachala, who was on the mic in a minute, but when it's sort of one minute,
And Calista on the
Calista
camera.
as well, yes, of course.
She didn't come. She just came and left. I don't know where she is.
Yeah, no, she's been moving around.
Okay.
I think she's busy having tea.
All right.
But still, special thanks to them. And of course, thank you to of course, our viewers as well
Yes,
for being there and for watching
watching
us. Continue doing so.
And make sure to buy the papers. 2,500 for Nation.
And 3,000 Malawi Kwacha for the Daily Times for more stories. And that is it. Have a lovely, lovely Tuesday and goodbye for now.